Okay, welcome to the last day of the Crowdsourcing Week over here in Brussels. Next to me is Epi, the organizer of the Crowdsourcing Week. Welcome.
Thank you.
Are you satisfied?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, bringing these conversations in Europe is very important for us, given the fact that Europe it's much more complex than the United States, for example, and bringing these policymakers and decision makers on the table. Understanding we as a facilitators, as a content curators, so we're not just event organizers, but we curate the content, and that's what we are doing here. And I think the event went very well, and we look forward to do more events in Europe.
Okay, great. And what also was very special, that's the BNP Paribas.
Yes.
The big bank
Yes.
was the main partner of the event.
Absolutely.
It is also a sign that the existing old economy is taking this new economy and the crowdsourcing more serious, and it's really investigating. Okay, but what consequences does it got for us?
Well, I think the BNP Paribas shares the same vision as we have, looking at this aspect of that's why they created this Hello Bank, which is totally digital. It comes from old mobile, so it's all mobile banking. I think when you work with the partners like this, they're not just like contributing partners with funds, but they're also contributing partners on the collaborating the content that we're looking for to bring. So it was a really great experience working with them in the first place and seeing like where this content can lead locally and regionally here in Europe.
Yeah. Okay. Great. And what besides the financial part, what knowledge did they brought into the events?
Absolutely. I mean, when we look at from a BNP Paribas point of view, of course, for them they look at how this can really be beneficial from their organization, but also from our point of view, like what the banks are doing, and this is a leading bank. Where they're heading with this crowdfunding or different alternative funding mechanics that are in place, not just for a small initiative, but also for a bigger initiative. So they brought that understanding to us, and I think now we're closer to understand like where these banking systems can go on.
And you say closer to understanding. What are the key insights that this event brought to you?
I think, as I'm traveling around the world, every single time I keep always adding a new understanding to what I know in the space. I think time will tell. At the moment, Europe is much more complex. We're talking about so many different policies, and 2 hours from here you're in Netherlands, and 2 hours from here you're in Paris, and so it makes it very difficult for this crowd economy. And this is the reason why we decided to bring this content, bring this understanding closer from key players here, but also from players from outside, and bringing this roundtable discussion. Yeah, you're right. Because I also think it's really important to make the match between the existing economy and the new crowdsourcing economy. Yeah, it's also a big challenge. Well, it is. I think we are really living in very special times these next 3 years.
I agree.
It's 2015, 16, and 17 will be really defining years where lots of the industries and organizations and also government will be facing with this new way of doing things, and I think it has to do with time. Look at the baby boomers are no longer on their jobs anymore. You have a new blood which come from these youngsters who are now like trying to find new ways how to work, and they're not really thinking anymore to work in one job or 2 jobs for a lifetime. Now they're doing works as they go. So the whole way of doing things. So I think this social productivity aspect of online communities really means a lot for organization, but also for the people like us.
Yeah, definitely. And what do you think has to change, or what is the biggest thresholds to make this crowdsourced economy a long-term sustainable success?
Well, I think, so we're talking about 2.5 billion population of internet, yet you have a very few of that that population that really takes an opportunity what internet brings. Majority of these online population is pretty much like they're stuck in this internet of mindset of 1991. So their activities are nothing that has to do with the internet of productivity. So I think what we're going to see is we're going to see a new wave, which is the next 2.5 billion people connected to internet, and they're going to be much more sophisticated because they're born with these devices and they're born with internet that is no longer just they have to sit and go through it, but now they're on the go. So I think we will see a lot of that happening with the next 5-10 years, which is exciting for me. It's a really an opportunity also to learn a lot and be part of it.
Yeah, great. Sounds good.
Yeah.
And the next event, where's the next event?
Well, we're doing lots of summits. So the summits are designed in 1 day format or 2 days format in particular topics. In this case, was a customer-led innovation, crowdfunding, and crowd economy. So we have a lot of places around the world. Europe, it's a lot this year. But we also have a global conference in Singapore, which happens every year. The next year is in April 20 to 24, 2015. The next big event, I would say, is conference in Copenhagen, which is we branded like a Crowdsourcing Week Europe.
Yeah.
So we want to bring a lot of that understanding, crowdfunding. It's big in our agenda for this time around. And hopefully we'll do like a week-long conference in Europe the following year. So this is just a starting point in Europe. And I think the understanding will be, just looking at the way how the Europe, like you look at the north of Europe, they're always looking at these advanced technologies, what's happening out there. So I think it's good to really bring, and that's the reason why we're doing Copenhagen, to bring this north of understanding and the rest of the Europe, and see how this new Europe can really be part of this digital economy, which is, for me, it's like very exciting, but for some people, they must understand it to be part of it.
Yeah. I think maybe the right decision starting in Copenhagen.
Yeah, and to me it was, when we decided to do Copenhagen, I saw some similarities what Singapore is in Asia, and that's the reason why we decided to do in Copenhagen as the European conference.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Looking forward.
Thank you. I hope you'll be there.
Yeah, enjoy. Congratulations with a great event.
Thank you very much, and look forward.
Let's have a good Belgian beer.
Oh yeah, let's do it. Thank
Okay,
you.
bye-bye.
Cheers. Bye.